Welcome to Royal Family Brief. The content of the briefing includes Charles III to replant Christmas tree after delivering festive message. Jonathan Pryce reveals he apologized to Princess and about the crown. Princess of Wales surprises children at Christmas tea party. A Christmas tale from long ago, Santa Claus was black. We would have used more of Harry's memoir if he had released it earlier, says Crown researcher. Charles III to replant Christmas tree after delivering festive message. The Independent. King Charles will deliver his second Christmas message from Buckingham Palace, with a living Christmas tree as part of the backdrop to highlight sustainability. The use of a living tree is a first for the annual address. Charles, like Queen Elizabeth, writes his own Christmas broadcasts, and this year he will emphasize sustainability in his message. The tree will be replanted after the broadcast. The King, a long-term environmental campaigner, delivered a speech at the recent COP26 UN Climate Change Summit, calling for trillions of dollars to tackle the climate crisis. Jonathan Pryce reveals he apologized to Princess and about the crown. The Independent. Actor Jonathan Pryce has revealed that he apologized to Princess and for playing her father on the crown while receiving his knighthood. Pryce stars as Prince Philip in seasons 5 and 6 of Netflix's royal drama. In an interview with Times Radio, Pryce said that he took the opportunity to apologize to the royal for playing her father on the show. He also revealed that one of the cast had met a member of the royal family who intimated that they watched The Crown. Palace officials have previously stated that the royal family has nothing to do with how its members are portrayed in the series. Princess of Wales surprises children at Christmas tea party. Telegraph. Princess Diana's annual Christmas tea party for very special young people and their supporters was held at a London community centre. The event was attended by children and carers, and the princess surprised attendees by unexpectedly showing up. The tea party aimed to highlight the importance of a community in raising children and encouraged children to invite a special adult in their lives other than a parent or carer. The footage from the party will be shown during the Princesses Together at Christmas Carol service on ITV on Christmas Eve. A Christmas tale from long ago, Santa Claus was black. Bloomberg. The origins of Santa Claus have long been associated with New York City. While the character has evolved over time, it is believed that the first known written reference to Santa Claus appeared in the New York Gazette in 1773. However, the true origins of the character remain unclear, and there is evidence to suggest that Santa Claus may have originally been depicted as a black man. In the early 1800s, there were mentions of a black Santa Claus in New York newspapers. The name Claus was commonly associated with black men, and there were accounts of black New Yorkers working as chimney sweeps and engaging in festive activities for children. The Dutch influence in New York during this time also included the tradition of Sinterklaas, which featured black assistant figures. While the specific origins of Santa Claus as a black man in New York are uncertain, there is evidence to suggest that such a character may have existed. The commercialization of Christmas and the changing demographics of New York likely led to the eventual disappearance of the black Santa Claus figure. However, in the early 1900s, black Americans began to reclaim the character, organizing Black Santa events and embracing the representation of a black Santa Claus. In conclusion, the true origins of Santa Claus remain murky, but there is evidence to suggest that the character may have originated as a black man in New York City. While the character has evolved over time, the association with New York City remains strong. The story of Black Santa Claus serves as a reminder of the diversity and complexity of the Christmas tradition. We would have used more of Harry's memoir if he had released it earlier, says Crown researcher. Telegraph. The Crown would have made greater use of Prince Harry's memoir Spare as a source if it had been published earlier, the show's head of research has said. Annie Sulzberger, who ran a team of 5 researchers towards the end of the award-winning drama about the royal family, suggested that Harry's tell-all autobiography Spare was out too late to make much of an impact. There were nice details in there that I think were useful and, had we got it a year earlier, maybe it would have made more of a difference, the 40-year-old told The Telegraph. Pain and sorrow, Czechs mourn Prague University shooting victims. South China Morning Post. Flags in the Czech Republic were flown at half-mast on Saturday to mark a day of national mourning following the deadly shooting at Charles University. A 24-year-old student opened fire at the Faculty of Arts on Thursday, killing 13 people before committing suicide. Another person died in hospital later. The Czech government asked citizens to observe a minute's silence at noon local time, and bells were scheduled to ring on churches across the country. The shooting is the worst in the country in decades. Richard E. Grant, internet dating? I can't ever imagine falling in love with anybody else again. Telegraph. Actor Richard E. Grant opens up about his love for Christmas and how he keeps the memory of his late wife alive during the holiday season. Grant shares that he has a family tradition of putting up pictures of loved ones on the Christmas tree, including his wife and daughter, as a way to remember and honor their lives. He also discusses his childhood in Swaziland and how Christmas was celebrated differently there. Grant reflects on the importance of traditions and the memories associated with them during the holiday season. Grant also talks about his upcoming role in the radio adaptation of The Wombles and shares his thoughts on the controversy surrounding updating classic texts for modern sensibilities. He believes that censorship is not necessary and that children's stories should encompass fear and danger, as they prepare children for the realities of the world. Grant also discusses his career and the challenges he has faced, including the loss of his wife and the importance of friendship in his life. He shares that he is not actively looking for love again but is open to the possibility of meeting someone else in the future. How Harry and Meghan will spend Christmas this year. The Independent. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will reportedly not be joining the royal family for their annual Christmas celebrations at Sandringham. Instead, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex will spend the holidays in California with their children, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet, along with Meghan's mother and friends. The decision comes despite speculation that a reconciliation between Prince Harry and his father, Prince Charles, could be on the horizon, following a warm phone conversation between the two. The couple has not received an invitation to Sandringham, where Queen Elizabeth II traditionally hosted Christmas celebrations since 1998. The 14 Silver Linings of 2023. Telegraph. The year 2023 was marked by a series of significant events. In January, the mysterious disappearance and subsequent discovery of Nicola Bulley's body captivated the public's attention. The publication of Prince Harry's memoir, Spare, became an instant sensation, breaking records for nonfiction sales. Meanwhile, a wandering walrus named Thor made headlines as he traveled across Europe, captivating onlookers wherever he went. In February, strikes across the UK reached their peak, with hundreds of thousands of workers staying at home to protest against the cost of living crisis. The strikes received public support, with many sympathizing with the strikers' demands. ChatGPT, a large language model developed by Elon Musk's company, became a topic of controversy when users discovered biases in its responses to certain prompts. In March, 2 devastating earthquakes struck the Syrian-Turkish border, causing widespread devastation and leaving thousands dead and homeless. A breakthrough weight loss drug called Ozempic gained popularity, with demand skyrocketing and the drug's manufacturer seeing its market capitalization surpass that of Denmark's entire GDP. An exhibition of Vermeer's works in Amsterdam became a blockbuster hit, attracting thousands of visitors and selling out within days. In April, India overtook China as the world's most populous country, with a projected population of 1.425 billion. Former U.S. President Donald Trump faced a slew of legal troubles, with multiple criminal and civil cases filed against him. A rat infestation epidemic in New York City led to the appointment of a rat czar to combat the problem. May saw the coronation of King Charles III and a dramatic resignation from Dame Alison Rose, CEO of Coutts' parent company NatWest, after she admitted to being the source of an inaccurate BBC News report. A heart-rending tragedy occurred on a beach in the Isle of Lewis, where a pod of pilot whales became stranded, resulting in the euthanization of the animals. In June, a record-breaking heatwave hit the UK, with June becoming the hottest on record. The UK's COVID-19 inquiry continued, revealing a lack of preparedness and a series of poor decisions made by the government in the early days of the pandemic. The world also witnessed devastating wildfires across the Northern Hemisphere. In July, former neonatal nurse Lucy Letby was found guilty of murdering 7 babies and attempting to murder 6 others. The closure of Nigel Farage's account with Coutts Bank caused controversy, leading to the resignation of NatWest CEO Dame Alison Rose. In August, Russian mercenary Yevgeny Prigozhin died in a plane crash, following his failed coup attempt in Moscow. England's women's football team suffered defeat in the final of the FIFA Women's World Cup, while Spain's FA president Luis Rubiales faced backlash for his inappropriate behavior towards a player. The year 2023 also saw the closure of more than 100 schools due to the discovery of reinforced autoclaved aerated concrete, RAC, in their construction, which was found to be unstable and liable to collapse. The UK's COVID-19 inquiry revealed further evidence of government incompetence and a lack of preparedness during the pandemic. In November, cryptocurrency exchange CEO Sam Bankman-Fried was found guilty of fraud charges and faces a lengthy prison sentence. Sala Braverman made a controversial return as Home Secretary, while Fiona the sheep became a national sensation after being rescued from a remote cliffside. Finally, in December, the UK COVID-19 inquiry continued to uncover evidence of government incompetence and poor decision-making during the pandemic. The COP28 climate conference was marred by controversy, with allegations of oil and gas deals being discussed at the event. The year ended with the cancellation of the long-running quiz show A Question of Sport, but England goalkeeper Mary Earps was named Sports Personality of the Year. God Save the King's Hands, Charles makes sausage fingers joke in coronation film. The Globe and Mail. A behind-the-scenes documentary about Britain's royal family has revealed that King Charles poked fun at his own sausage fingers during preparations for his coronation. The comment drew media attention and sparked speculation about the cause of the king's chubby digits. Internet searches for sausage fingers peaked in the run-up to the coronation ceremony. The documentary, which follows the first year of Charles's reign after the death of Queen Elizabeth, is set to air on Boxing Day. The documentary also features Archbishop of Canterbury Justin Welby forgetting his lines during a rehearsal. In conclusion, it seems that sustainability and environmental issues are taking center stage this Christmas. King Charles has chosen to emphasize sustainability in his Christmas message, even going so far as to use a living Christmas tree as a backdrop. This aligns with his long-term commitment to environmental causes and his recent speech at the COP26 summit. It's refreshing to see a member of the royal family using their platform to raise awareness about important issues. On a lighter note, actor Jonathan Pryce has apologized to Princess Anne for playing her father, Prince Philip, on the popular show The Crown. It's interesting to see the impact that the show has had on the royal family and how the actors themselves feel about their portrayals. It's a reminder that behind the glamour and intrigue, these are real people with real emotions. Princess Diana continues to be remembered and celebrated, as she surprises children at a Christmas tea party. The event highlights the importance of community and the role it plays in raising children. It's heartwarming to see the impact that Princess Diana has had and continues to have, even years after her passing. In a surprising twist, it's been suggested that Santa Claus may have originally been depicted as a black man in New York City. While the true origins of Santa Claus remain uncertain, it's a fascinating piece of history that adds to the diversity and complexity of the Christmas tradition. The Crown researcher reveals that they would have used more of Prince Harry's memoir if it had been published earlier. It's interesting to see how real-life events and publications impact the show's storyline and the choices made by the production team. It's a reminder that reality can sometimes be stranger than fiction. Tragedy strikes in the Czech Republic as a deadly shooting at Charles University leaves many in mourning. It's a reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of coming together as a community during difficult times. Actor Richard E. Grant opens up about his love for Christmas and his personal traditions for honoring loved ones who have passed. It's a touching reminder of the importance of family and the memories that we hold dear during the holiday season. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will not be joining the royal family for Christmas this year. Despite rumors of a reconciliation, the couple has chosen to spend the holidays in California with their children and Meghan's mother. It's a reminder that family dynamics can be complex, even within the royal family. Finally, a behind-the-scenes documentary about King Charles's coronation reveals a light-hearted moment as the king jokes about his own sausage fingers. It's moments like these that humanize the royal family and remind us that they too have a sense of humor. And now, over to you, my dear viewers. What are your thoughts on these news stories? Do you have any questions or comments? I'd love to hear your perspective. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.